Hello everybody, my name is Layqa Nuna Yawar and welcome to my studio. Today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of my process for mural making, which starts here with a design and research and interrogation. But what I'm going to focus on today is the actual painting and what that looks like. In this case, the mural is the third in a series of murals painted for Robeson galleries at Express Newark. This one is by the entrance of the gallery, and it speaks to the humanity of Robeson as just a person with a family, love, pain, and at the same time larger than life. So after getting a design together, I start by preparing the surface of the mural. In this case, it had already been primed and prepped, so I decided to complicate the background and give a texture by creating several washes of ochre. I am using golden acrylic mural paint for this mural because I really enjoy the quality of the pigments and the consistency. The first thing I do is mix most of the color with some extra pigment to improvise but stay within a selected minimal palette and to maintain a color cohesion in the entire piece. After finishing the base color, I continue by transferring the design. In this case, and this being a super comfortable inside commission, I end up using a projector, which is more efficient and fits my needs. I use a color pencil to mark outlines and have to do it in sections. So for some parts of the wall, it's easier to freehand the design and also react to the wall and rearrange elements accordingly. This changes depending on the site itself. After the whole design is down, I like to start with the background and usually at the top and then work my way forward and down. I do this because I'm a huge Virgo and I like to pretend I'm in control of the piece, and this way any drips and mistakes can be taken care of as they come along. I use tape to lay down large lines and use it for straight edge parts, although I like to keep the piece organic and actually allow some of those little mistakes to shine through. I continue to work on the different elements, and I like to paint each one in one sitting. For example, one portrait in one sitting alla prima. For a monotone portrait like the one I have here, I use 3 mixed values, a dark, a mid-tone, and a highlight. And then often I mix colors wet on wet on the wall itself to create variations and to move up and down the scale. This is a trick for large scale work as well, as it makes it move a lot faster. Murals are meant to be experienced spatially, meaning that the scale of a mural asks you to look at it from far away, the big picture. So use bigger brushes for large scale work and use small brushes only in places you want people to stop and pay attention to. For example, the large Robeson nude was all painted with a large brush, and the small portrait of Robeson Jr. was done with a small brush. This way you also guide the viewer from one place of the image to the next and can often also imagine how they would move across the space while doing so. I added the Pan-African flag design in the mural, thinking about it as a break in the reading of the mural, but also as an opportunity to add another layer of meaning to the design, and also to imagine the viewer moving around the space. Another example of this is the quote in the mural, which I also projected. This moment in the mural brings you in close. It literally asks you to stop and engage, to then visually guide you up the sun and then to the towering body of Robeson and onto the rest of the design. Mural making is a negotiation between the larger picture and the smaller moments of engagement created. It is an art form that, due to its physicality, can engage the viewer not only in movement but also in time. The time it takes to read the big picture, the time it takes to read the details, and the historical time that the design and content are speaking about and creating it inside the viewer's imagination. Mural making is a powerful communication tool. We literally experience it with our bodies. This is why billboards are massive. This is why churches use murals. This is why revolutions need murals. Because changing our public space can change the narratives and stories we tell ourselves about the world. And this is why public space is my studio space.